Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 10th of August. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Dali Tarot and I love this deck. I only got it recently, but it's so beautiful. And I love the figure of Dali, the man himself. He was so unconventional and so confident about it, and he believed in his own genius. I've always admired people like that who just are so convinced of their own kind of genius, but then actually back it up with these amazing things. And these cards in themselves are genius. So respect to Dali in every way possible. We have the Four of Swords. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And finally, we have the Lovers. Okay. So we have a really mixed bag here. First of all, the Four of Swords is a period of meditation, preparation, gathering the self before a big event. So it's resting before wisdom here, before really articulating what needs to be articulated. It's also a feeling of vulnerability, in the sense of, I have one sword, everything else has three swords. Other people are bigger and more powerful than me. People and institutions don't accept me and don't like me. The church has kicked me out. It's feeling outnumbered. My intellect, my value system, my beliefs are being overpowered by others. I have to be smart and sneaky and get my message out before it's over. It's overly dramatic. It's a feeling of fear, of anxiety, and your ego saying, you can't trust anybody. You're on your own. You need to be isolated. No one sees things the way you do, and it's a load of rubbish. It's interesting how it comes out in this deck, because the Four of Swords can be just preparing for the big event. It's not usually that in-depth, in the sense that your head is going to try and trick you into believing that you're on your own. And because of that, you have to work on your own, and it increases the pressure hugely, and you feel overwhelmed by your work, and like there's something creepy and sinister and dark about it that's going to eat you up and take over. But the reality is that everything's fine. You're loved. Other people love you. The world loves you. You've got your work. Things are in place. None of this is rotting. You can get rid of the spider by actually facing the things that are bothering you. The spider, I would say, is a symbol of dread and a feeling of running anxiety that's in the peripheral corners of your mind. You know, like if you imagine your mind as a room and you're going through it with a torch in the darkness, you put the torch, you know, on the sofa and the fireplace and everything's cool. But then the really high ceilings in the corner where it's pitch black and scary, you put the torch on that. And of course, there's a spider in the very top corner, kind of ruling over the whole room and filling you with fear. And it's until you kill that spider or you capture it and let it out into the wild, you can't rest. And you can't focus on your work until this little monster, this little gremlin is gone. And your mind has played a lot of stories in that situation. It's just a spider. You can still go about your business. Spider isn't going to really go anywhere. If it does, it'll move to another corner, or it's that feeling of, I don't know where it's going to go, you see. It's that out of control. What if it climbs into bed with me? Oh, when I lived in Shrewsbury, in this converted bed and breakfast that they turned into these flats kind of thing. And it was an old Tudor house with wooden beams. And first of all, you could hear everything. And second of all, I was sitting at this makeshift little desk office I kind of made for myself in the room. And I was sitting typing away, and the wall was closed next to me. And up the wall, there was a spider. I mean, this is England, right? There was a spider. It was this big. It was huge. It was like And oh my God, I just screamed and fell off the chair. It scared me so much. Oh, and then I had to catch it and let it go. But you see, the thing is, you can't move on until the problem is dealt with. Also, the shape reminds me of the mind. So there's lots of fruit and abundance in your mind, but you feel that it's overwhelming to translate that into something physical and for you to have to work. Like Rapunzel spinning the wheel and making gold out of it. It's like you have all these amazing ideas that you've prepared and that you alone have to now articulate. That's another trick. So the ego makes you feel like everyone's against you and you have to be super wise to get anyone to listen and no one is on your side, etc. and on and on and on. And then second of all, you're all alone. And if you have good things that you want to articulate, you have to do that all alone. And there are dark things holding you back and on and on and on again. The solution to both problems is to love and to allow love in. So you're not on your own. Someone can help you with your work and to realize your vision. Dali had Gala, who inspired him. She was his muse. And yeah, she was in loads of pictures and she also helped him out in his everyday life. So you're not all alone. People do love you. You don't have to be exceptional, which is a trick that the ego uses today to trip you up. You have to be exceptional on your own. You have to set impossible standards for yourself if you want to love yourself. And the reality is, you can love yourself right now. And please do that. In this moment, whenever you're watching it, whether it's the 10th of August or the 11th or the 9th, I, insert your name, love myself unconditionally. I am a perfect child of the universe. I am loving, loved, and lovable. I share positive messages that inspire other people. I have lots in common with those I love. I'm grateful that I have an abundance of ideas, that I am creative today. And instead of using your creativity to isolate yourself, use your creativity to love something with the help of another person or the support of your mind or the support of spirit. And if you don't have that, ask someone else to support you and help you to translate all of this amazing info that you've got into something practical and physical. So I want to start a new business. I want to paint. I want to make money with AdSense. I want to get involved with Kabbalah. I want to learn about astrology. It's about finding your love and letting go of what burdens you and makes you feel bogged down and uninterested and bored, what makes you feel isolated. It's a great time to exclude those things from your life, to do something new that hasn't been filled in yet. It is just the ideal of love and happiness. Pursue that in connection with someone else, yourself, whoever it is you love. Create something that was conceived in love. So basically, if you're a painter, you sit down and you have this overwhelming desire to paint. That's what you love. You start painting, you create a masterpiece. And the support from another person can be as simple as, I'll help you with that. And then it's not so much of a burden anymore, and you can actually take one pentacle, so one area of your life that you're interested in, that you want to create, and you actually work on that, and the rest falls into place because you started somewhere. So the answer as well is to start with one. Every journey begins with one step. So to take that first step, to trust that you are loved, even if it doesn't feel that way, to trust that you're able, that you love yourself, that you support yourself, that you're free to do what you want, that your obstacles are not insurmountable, that today is a day to create with love, not to lose yourself in an endless amount of admin work or ruminating about negative opinions. No, it's not about being passive. It's about taking action to liberate yourself and to create a loving circumstance in your life. So a relationship with someone who does love you, doesn't criticize you. A relationship with someone who does support you in a practical way. A relationship with someone who you work out with, go to the gym with. It can be anything. Love is true love. So get out of your own head, do something different, and meet the love of your life. Yeah, I'm being told to leave it there, that it's as simple as that. And that applies to a person or a place or a thing. Number-wise, we've got 4. And 7 is 11. 11 is the master number of service, by the way. So that's interesting. Be of service to yourself by doing something different and trusting in love and doing something loving. And then 6, an opportunity. 6 and 11 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 8 is power. You have the power to give yourself a push out of existing thought patterns, out of existing routines and behaviors, ways of eating, ways of being. And you're able to push yourself into a new love, a new relationship in your life. And I love this empty space with a yellow flower and an angel, a cupid, a little, what are they called? A little, not cupid. It's on the tip of my tongue. But it's empty and it's what you fill in. You create what you love. And then we have this spine, which is made up of both of their chakra energy. It's the divine they create by being together. And they push away dark clouds. So you don't fight fear. It's like fighting for peace. You can't do that. You dissolve fear through love. So you don't face the negative stuff and focus on it. You focus on the good stuff that you create, and it spills over and pushes out the negative. And you have endless power to create. So create love. Create love. Make love. Yes. Have an amazing day. What a great start to the week. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. Click on the button on the front page to audio reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition in my personal readings. If you'd like to speak to me, then please do get in touch via the website. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Share it online and hit the subscribe button to be part of this channel. That'd be amazing. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.